Hey guys, I guess tuned in, right? We're getting ready to do Radio 134. So, actually pulling up the old video here, the one from last week, so I can get to the comments, read the comments, and okay. So now I'm gonna set up the camera. Get that thing going here. Figure out where I want to place it. Let's see. Okay. Get placed here. Gonna move some stuff around a little bit. Don't want excessive noise coming around. Get this thing set up. Let's see how this looks. You know, I've noticed I have not been able to get some notifications on some channels that I watch that ultimately has kind of been upsetting, because now you don't get to catch the videos early. I have to actually physically check their channel. So, not sure what's been going on with that. Anyway. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we going to start this thing? I got everything I want to talk about. Let's go get one more thing. Okay, had to go get one last thing here, which is the good old Glock here. Okay, all right, let's get it started. You guys ready? I think you're ready, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, you know what? We need the infamous coffee cup. How could we not do this? Or how could we do this without the coffee cup? Tell you, we're gonna I know, you know what, you guys are getting the insight. We're actually, because we're recording this at night, I'm not going to be drinking coffee. But, for the sake of the video, right, you know, it's good morning for everybody that's watching, that's tuned in. So I know, what a fake out. So I'm just going to have some milk. Milk. I think that's the way you actually pronounce it, isn't it? Actually, I saw that debate one time on a YouTube channel. So, interesting. Alright. Let's see. Strawberry milk. How about that? You guys are listening to this wondering that Bat Jack has finally lost his mind. Drinking Pepto-Bismol on the show. Something along those lines. Okay, we got the coffee cup. That's actually pretty good. Alright. Okay. You know, gun show is this weekend. And I'm going to go because there's something I want. No, it's not a gun. I don't really go for guns anymore at the gun shows. I go for other things. Okay, here we go. All right, let's start it. All right. Hey, everybody. Bad Jack JW here at Saturday morning. As for you, you're tuned in. So, appreciate it. We got some cool stuff to talk about. I got some stuff right here. As you saw the title of this thing, by the way, and those of you that are listening in, get a little extra if you check out the second channel, That Check JW Radio Show. You get a little extra because the audio recording of this will give you some of the extended radio, if there is such. All right, so everybody got everything ready. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into the comments here, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the stuff where the main topics of the video and whatnot. Those of you, because I know we're getting new subscribers all the time. Some of you may have stumbled across this and saying, "What is this?" Well, this is our Saturday morning radio show. Welcome. There's a great handful of people that are diehard for this. They will not miss this show. They are always here. So I appreciate that. And we'll dive into the topics and everything in just a moment here. The last radio show we did, I dedicated it to Ed USAF. Ed USAF, of course, he had been subscribed to my channel since the beginning of time when I first started doing this, and as I subscribed to him. Unfortunately, Ed passed away of cancer. And between the last time we talked about this and now, another YouTuber, I didn't know him as well as Ed, I'll be fair. I didn't know him as well. This came notification from the our small little group we have here, which is phenomenal, and I'm just very blessed to be a part of it. This came down the grapevine that C-Max Arms passed away as well from his battle with cancer. And man, this has just been horrible that we're losing these folks in our community. That I just, it's just sad. It really is, and it's a real thing. And that's one of the things too. You realize, like, as you're getting older, when your friends start passing away and people that you know start dying, it does something. I mean, it definitely tells you something. For me, I've been blessed by working the gun counters and gun shops and whatnot for almost 10 years, pretty much. And I must say this, that come to the tail end of a lot of this for me, and that's the way I feel about it. I mean, no offense to the business or anything like that, but I'm at the tail end of it. Not sure how much more I would continue into it, to be honest. Guns have turned more so into a hobby for me rather than an obsession, and I think that's important to keep, and it's important for me because even no matter what it is, be it guns or collecting cars or something, it shouldn't be an obsession. It should just remain as that hobby thing. It shouldn't become everything you do, and that's a kind of a message to me that was given long ago through a really close friend of mine. That it's important. You don't want to become obsessed with this stuff. That becomes really, I don't know. It's not good. But anyway, condolences to C-Max Arms, his family. We lost another one. So, I thank, the Crazy Scotsman and the Real Cobra Burnout for, always keeping us informed of that stuff. And so, anyway, on with it. Here we go. Let's start with the comments. This one's come up, first right up. The Crazy Scotsman, appreciate the kind words, my friend, for all the support. Ed is one hell of a man, a dear friend. That's right. Okay, and Lion Quest Fitness he says, love those Model 19s. Keeping my eye out for a snubby. I wish Smith would go back and making snubby K-frames. He'd love to see a snubby 64. I think hopefully it's a start of something. Smith just reintroduced the Model 19 4-inch barrel, and that's kind of why I was talking a little bit about I brought out my other ones for the last show, and recently did a video on the two. I'm trying to remember which videos are on the channel and not. Some of the other stuff is already on Patreon. A lot of you guys saw it. So a lot of the other cool stuff that is upcoming, but you saw it first off on my Patreon page. All right. And we have Mr. Holster. He says, how's that Glock 34 working out for you? Can you hit anything with it yet? And another one from Mr. Holster, and he says, dead on JW, they get up in the morning and poison everything they touch so they can feel good about themselves. And that was a comment that his comment is referring to the all the negative stuff that we get. And it's not even just like this, doing this YouTube thing. It's, in my job, I mean, I work the, gun stuff, and just some people just like, it's unbelievable. It's like, man, do you just start your day negative? Like, that's it? That's what you do? Well, guess what, man? I'm happy every day. I wake up, I'm alive. That's a blessed day right there. That's the start of it. You're prone and upright, and you're going through, and man, I'm going to go out and do something amazing, and I'm going to live, I'm going to laugh, because life is short, my friend. All right. And he says, not first today, but I did try to watch it at 4 a.m. That was Mr. Holster. Cobra had to pay for his $1,500 DeLorean before he could buy one of those vintage 1911s. That's all from Mr. Holster there. They got Jerry Johnson, gorgeous revolver, Bat Jack. Thanks for showing them the only vintage revolver that he has is a Colt Trooper Mark III 6.5-inch barrel. That's a nice firearm. I want it. Scott F says, rest in peace, Ed. Yes. And Nice Wheel Guns, something about blue barrel and wood grips. Absolutely. I'm kind of that, when I go to a gun show and stuff, which there's one this weekend, and I'm going to be there, I think. That's how I am with gun shows. I'm like, blued steel wood. Oh, there they are. And gravitate. Oh, it's got a cylinder on it. I'm definitely going to go look at it. But Darren Bag 6-gun, great show, Bat Jack. That's nice. You did that for Ed. Yeah, it's sad that when we lose people, because there was a lot of things, and one of the things that I always felt too that happened here. There was a lot of YouTubers that were really influential when I was getting started doing this stuff, and they're no longer around. Like 504 Dirt Dart, don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. He really helped a lot of us get together. He joined a lot of us together by doing this thing. He had this Friday Fix video he would do every Friday and collage a lot of us together, a lot of our videos, and say, hey, look, he's got this, he's got that. Check it out. That was really cool stuff, and I was just really fortunate to get picked and brought into the family. And anybody else is starting up their channels and stuff, we're all still the same guys. Whereas these small channels that just keep trucking along here, we're not gigantic, we're not getting thousands of views every day or anything like that. We're just still doing this, and it's just still fun. So here we are. The Bohemian Hunting Club, awesome, JW, great show. Ed impacted so many of us, just totally amazing. Yeah, I know, and Bohemian Hunting Club, they go back some time too. I mean, I remember you guys have been subscribed for a long time. Robin Jones, we got one here. Oh, love the S&W Model 19. Mine doesn't look as pristine as yours, but got it very used and still shoot it a lot. Rest in peace, Ed. Yeah, sometimes revolvers, some of these, they look like they've been ran over by a truck, and definitely well enjoyed, somewhat abused. I know the feeling. I've had them. They've exchanged in my hands at some point. Jeffrey Richardson says, great video, thank you for sharing. He's got a big thumbs up. And of course, my friend Joe P. Beautiful 19s JW. You are a mind reader, as I'm just waiting for one of those new ones from the classic line to show up at my dealers. And yes, I definitely will overpay for some vintage grips for it. Actually, Joe, I must say this, Joe. The grips that come on that new Classic Line 19 look pretty good. They look actually not bad at all. That's kind of what makes me want one. I can't say that. I shouldn't. I really do want one. I really do. I've been flirting around with that idea, but I don't need it anymore. I need to get rid of some. Okay, Russ Elder. Batjack Ed was a hell of a nice guy. Real gentleman. Hand salute. Rest in peace, my friend. To Ed, USAF. Evie Saint. Great show. Very nice Model 19s. I've got that 1911 book. It's a keeper. And we have Warsaw Patriot. Ed, we miss you, brother. And Edward Petty. You have a great outlook on life, Batjack. Love those S&W 19s. I have the 19-4 in 4-inch and love it. Ed USAF Ed USAF, rest in peace. Peppered 88, God bless Ed. Thanks for your service. Bernard Flood, greetings from Ireland. I'm with you on all that technical stuff. Disposable 762 says Ed will be missed. And retired AFCE, hey Bat, love the show. And we got hey, these are some new guys that are commenting here. So welcome aboard, or welcome to the comment section and get your name on the shout out here. And okay, I really apologize because I'm gonna probably butcher this, and I'm sorry. El Tenda Fabrizio. I apologize if I'm saying it. He says awesome. Okay. So there we have it, all the shout-outs and everything. That's what I like to do for you guys. I always like to make sure we do shout-outs and everything. It helps get everybody, I like to make everybody a part of all this. Just brings you all together, right? Because that's what, in the end, that's what it's all about. Also, I wanted to say, go ahead and leave down there in the comment section. I wanted to know, what's that one gun you would like for your collection? What's that one pistol or whatever rifle that you would like for your collection that if you could just have it, or be it that it's hard to find or it costs a lot of money, but if it's that one that you wouldn't mind putting in your collection and just having it in that safe, and it's got to be that one that you want for your collection. Me, that's what the thing is. I'm more of a collector than I am a shooter. That's the truth. So a lot of stuff I have, I don't really intend to shoot it. I just want to collect it and just have it. It's cool. Mine would be, or mine is going to be a Browning High Power. Yes, a Belgium made with that extremely well glossy finish on it and everything like that. That's mine. That's the only one that perks my ears and I go, oh, there it is. That's it. Because I know it. I need to kind of. I guess I need to maybe talk a little bit on that. I've been doing the gun stuff for a while, and I'm one of those kind of guys that does it to death. And my close friends know that about me. I'm a guy that goes. I do it to death. I get into it, and I go like 120% into it. I'm just like flying at million speeds. And I'm just doing it, and that's what happened. And that's what happened with me and firearms. It was just like I got into it. I dove headfirst into the gun counter business and working them and doing that and running a gun shop and all this stuff and having doing all that and getting to see a lot of guns come through. Just in and out, and just seeing them, and shooting them and checking them out, and having friends that had some, and a beautiful 300-acre property to shoot on and do all that stuff. I've been very blessed and taken care of in that aspect of doing it, but always putting one thing above it all. And those of you that have been with the channel a lot, you already know what that is. My beliefs on that, I don't push it on anybody. That's just how I am with it. But it's important, like I said. But I've slowed down a lot now. It just don't really, I try to save money more and take care of life and try to keep going. Got to pay bills, got to take care of your car, that kind of thing. So anyway, but back to the main topic of this discussion in this video. As we're 15 minutes into it, most people are going, "What is going on?" I thought I clicked on this for so. It's all about being left-handed. I am left-handed. It does make some things difficult. One thing that makes it really difficult, and that's also why I don't own a lot of I guess, well, I guess I shouldn't say that, but I don't really, holsters, right off the bat, holsters it's really difficult to buy holsters because when you're left-handed, it's really hard to find one. Now, for work, and I got a video on this, I got to publish it out for you guys. It's just waiting in the I don't know, whatever you call it. It's waiting on the channel. I just haven't found a place or a time to release it out. This is a Black Hawk holster. This is Serpa style holster. It's just kind of job requirements for where I work and everything. So it's got the button here on the side. I know there's the whole thing about that and how it can all that. These things are not meant for speed drawing or trying to do anything like that. The reason I want one of these is so that somebody can't come up and yank your gun or anything like that. So there it is. Being left-handed makes a difference in purchasing guns. It does. This is the Glock 34 that I purchased. I'm partial to Glocks when it comes to polymer guns. I am. I'm not going to lie. I'm not one of the fanboys and say they're the best thing that could ever hit the market or anything like that. They do work. They do go bang. They're really straightforward. There's not a lot of bells and whistles on them. And being left-handed is really nice because I'm able to manipulate. A lot of the setup is very similar to a 1911. I'm able to manipulate the slide release here, the magazine release here. Us lefties, we've learned to use our index finger a lot in controls wise. So hitting that magazine release, grab an empty magazine here, right there. I'm able to hit it right there with the index finger. I don't like, here I'll do it, but I don't like doing it, but, I can hit the slide release right there, right up here. So this kind of stuff is important for me when I'm looking around. So it doesn't interest me in a firearm when they have a lot of controls set up where if you were right-handed, I guess proper-handed, where everything would be right there for your thumb to access all this stuff. So that's why that's one of the things I kind of get used to is seeing a lot of that when I'm looking for a gun. I decided to bring this baby out for you guys to check out. This is that beautiful 629 Smith & Wesson. This beautiful gun. Now I know revolvers. That's how the heck I do find myself switching hands and popping that cylinder open. I'm not gonna lie. This one especially, I guess because it's a little bulldog of a gun. It does have that. The switch or the release here. It has a really stout lockup on it as it needs to be. It's a 44 Magnum. I usually don't shoot too many Magnums out of it though, but close it by the crane here. Some people freak out about that or whatnot, but yeah, I've just kind of learned to mess with it and do that on cylinder release and all that. I know it's kind of weird. It's because I'm shooting like that and then I stop, and usually what I'll do is I'll hit it like this and come up from this side, and then I'll get access to it. But yeah, I do find myself switching hands with the revolver. I really do. I almost feel like it would be nice if you had one left-handed, I guess. I don't know. But now, I'll give you guys another. Look at that baby. I've had questions about it. They said, hey, where is that thing? Do you still have it? Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Now, this is a modern one, and that's the other thing. Some people freak out about the modern Smiths. They go, the key lock, and, the firing pin isn't on the hammer, and yada, yada, yada. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's not a deal breaker for me. This thing is not jammed on me or anything like that, or any funky thing happening. But I'm not trying to go out there and run, some crazy drills with it, and I'm not trying to John Wick the thing or anything like that. I just shoot it and enjoy it. That's it. It's just an enjoyment thing for me. Of course, you guys know it was, Tales from the Crypt episode, season 2, cutting cards that made me start looking for one of those. Where he says, he goes, Russian roulette. He goes, you, me, and the gun. He goes, that's right. He goes, I got a 44 out in the glove compartment of my car. He goes out and he gets it out, and he's like, and I just thought to myself, that is insane. A snub nose 44 Magnum. Who the heck? You know what? How can that be? Yes, it can. In fact, you know what? To be technical on that movie, I don't think it was actually a 44 Magnum. I believe what he had there was a 44 Special. Yeah. A 624. I think that's what it is. I think that's what he has. Probably, I don't know. Google it. But I think that's what he has. But the Magnum is cool because you got a really strong built gun that's made to handle Magnums. And if you shoot 44 Special, like how Clint Eastwood says, just kind of load using that 44. It's a light special. With this size gun, it gives me better control, less recoil than your 357 Magnum or wad cutters. But I load up a lot of the 44 Special. I've got tons of this brass, just and I load it up. Some of this is actually getting tarnished pretty good there. Interesting. I wonder what got on it. But I just load it up. If I want a little bit more power, I can throw a little bit more powder in there and crank it out there, and that's the beauty. You have something strong enough to definitely handle it, and you can kind of play with that. As a hand loader, I love doing that stuff. So, some updates that I did to this, I figure I'd let you guys know. One of the things I did was so the question, I guess it would be a question to some people. The Glock 34, what is all? It's basically Glock 17 with a slightly longer sliding barrel. That's it. Same frame, same spring. The spring here is the same. That's the same as a Glock 17 spring. So what I did, and everything for me is about for this gun was strictly about my job and qualifications and all that. So I put a Glock 22 spring in this. Those of you that are unaware of that, that is a 40 caliber full size Glock. Basically it's a 17, only a 40 caliber. So the spring out of there, I ordered it from Midway. It's an actual Glock spring. Put it in this gun. Now you can actually feel, yeah, that's got some resistance in there. But on recoil, it has helped out quite a bit. It really does help that flip of the recoil. Plus with that 8-inch slide and everything. And I know some people are like, wow, that's a really large, that's fairly big. Like, what the heck? What would I do with that? It's not too bad, actually. Go check out my video on it. I wanted to do was side-to-side comparison on this thing with other stuff. Mostly the full-size 1911. It's no bigger or different than a full-size 1911. It really is. There it is. So I'm happy with it. It does the job for what I needed it for. So there you have it. So I recently got some new boots, and, so I wanted to polish them up. And I found that I always go to the store. Most of the time, living in Hawaii, I was always going to get shoe polish in the store. I've worn cowboy boots and Doc Martens and stuff like that all my life. And part of the fun of wearing those things is you have to polish them. I don't know. There's something really cool about polishing your boots with boot polish and a brush, and I just get a kick out of it. It's just something, I guess, a throwback. I have just like that old soul in me. I don't know. Maybe when it's just the way I was made. But I got hooked on doing that when I was just a teenager right away. I was shown how to polish your boots with a brush and everything, and that's it. I got hooked on it. So, anyway, I just recently picked up a pair of boots, and I found that this brand right here, Angelus, I don't know, Angelus, works really good. It's really good polish. Living in Hawaii, like I was saying, when you go to the store to find some boot polish, that's the one thing about Hawaii. It's really restrictive on what you can get and what you can find. You find yourself ordering a lot of stuff online, but most of the time all you find is like kiwi Kiwi. Not, and I'm not saying Kiwi's bad polish or anything like that. I just wanted to try something different because I've been using that forever. So online I saw this, and I'll admit it. I saw the logo and ooh, that's cool. Look at how that looks really neat, and so I bought it. But it's actually really good. It's good polish, and I know I'm weird, but that smell, it has a good smell to it. I know, I'm strange. I like the smell of that, and I like the smell of Ballistol. Some people go, you like the smell of Ballistol? That stuff's nasty. I do. I don't know. Call me weird. So before I get out of here and let you guys go, I'm actually going to the gun show. That's the plan so far. And I'm looking for something, and it's not a gun. This here is now I'm a really big fan of these old switchblades. I really am. I'm just, I guess that's a part of me that grew up with them, seeing them in movies, and always wanting one. Always wanted to get my hands on one. I never did until I got older, until I started finding them. This is a very old one. This is a Rizzuto. Rizzutos are very collectible. I found this at a gun show, and the reason why they're collectible is because they weren't made very well, and they were generally used and abused and then broken. This one does work pretty good. It's got the white scales on it, brass buttons and bolsters and stuff. And it's a swing guard. That is my favorite style of a switchblade. The swing guard, meaning the guard, if you watch it, I'll fire it up for you. I don't really like firing it, but I'll do it for you guys. Okay, you'll see the guard folds down on the side. Now, when I go to fire this thing, you'll see the guard pop up with the blade, and there it is. So it's called a swing guard, and you use the button to release it and fold the blade down. Sometimes there's a hump back here, and it's even got the little lanyard here. It's still got ballast on it. I take very good care of this thing. These are super cool. They're not cheap. Whenever you can find them and collect, usually if they're collectors, they're not cheap. So the feller that I got this from, I'm hoping to find him at this gun show because he's got two other ones. They weren't in very good shape, but they're black-handled ones, and they weren't in very good shape. But I think I'm gonna buy them anyway. I'm gonna see what he will take for them. See if I can offer him a little bit of money. And we'll see. So, yeah, there you have it. I'm going to get out of here. On the audio version of this, we're at 32 minutes. So that's the extended cut. Over here, we're almost at there. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. God bless Ed USAF and CMAX Arms. It's a sad thing. We're losing guys, But, that's one thing is we're part of this little community. All of us small channels, our videos don't get thousands of views. But, we're here and we're doing it. It's fun, and that's it. That's the main thing. And like I said, I'm really happy there's a nice little niche of us. There's a lot of guys that are out there that we're still doing this, Mr. Holster, Real Cobra Burnout, it's Crazy Scotsman. There's a lot of us that we're still here. We're still kicking along. Stephen Bush, now known as Hops and Lead, been subscribed to him forever. The Gun Enthusiasts, the Bohemian Hunting Club. There's a lot of us that, and of course 504 Dirt Dart. Don't know what happened to him, but also my very first, what I got into this, I got a subscriber. His name is Thierry Foon. He's actually from France. He was the very first guy to really subscribe and message on my channel before I even had a video. So it kind of got the ball rolling for me. But this is fun. I enjoy filming stuff and and doing it, and we get 100 views, and that's it. And we're good. We're good. I mean, it's fine. I'm not sitting here trying to do anything or much, but it's fun. There's times where I think about should I continue doing this or what, But I think about you guys. I think about everybody that's still here at 29 minutes into this thing. You're still here. You're still watching. You're still listening. That's ultimately you're who I'm thinking about when I think about maybe if I should still do this or not. I think about you and I say yeah, I'm gonna still do this. There you go. So thanks you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me. Went from the island to the desert. and now I'm out here in the desert. So we'll see where life takes it. We don't know. If it's still going to be here, or next thing you know, you're looking at a video of me sitting on a beach back in Hawaii. Never know. Don't know what the future holds, right? So, or it could be Maine. It could be somewhere else. Who knows? But anyway, there you go. It's just, you never know, right? Wherever it may take us. Well, there we go. We shut it off. The video actually wound up being longer than I anticipated it being. I'm going to be honest with you there. Carried it out longer than I thought. 35 minutes or so on this one. So we're going to go ahead and start uploading this because it's going to take a while. That I do know. Get this thing uploaded, and then I will try to get this audio thing uploaded for you guys. Usually I get that going on Friday. But yeah, try to keep this thing going. Let's see. And I've been trying to gear up for another live stream. I really have been. I know you guys enjoyed it, so I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to do it on a weekend night. That's the plan on doing the live stream is will be on the weekend night. So, what did I say this was? Radio 34? Radio 134? So, I know it kind of got a little bit off topic. I was trying to talk more about being left-handed, but I guess I did, But I wanted to do a little bit more in-depth on it, but oh well, we'll get there. We'll do some more stuff on it. So, but yeah, I'm not kidding. That Anglus polish there, that's some good stuff. That really is. I notice it's got a little more. The consistency on it is a little bit more easier to spread around on the boot, and you don't want to use too much. So get it spread around there, and it does polish out really nice. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Well, thanks for listening.